At half of the press. Well, my people, me here for drop the real news, news, reviews, everything in a one right this or right there, my people. So all I want to know to do is like up the video, share out the video, subscribe to my channel, my people. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's get right into it.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
A blessed good morning to you, my wisdom warriors. Wagwan. I hope you guys are in good spirit. Take a look at my screen, my people. You can see that the one that she over the left. Yeah? You see her? I talk about him go renounce fame, citizenship. And now you know come out and say nothing about it. And now he no come out and said nothing about it. Since Mark Golding renounced his dual citizenship, my wisdom warriors, not one of them come out and say anything, because them shame. When Mark Golding never renounced him thing, Daryl Valls all over the place. Remember me telling you say they not have nothing for campaign about. Daryl Valls guy meeting them guy area council, 1 area council 2 or whatever they call it. I talk about Mark Golding for sure his renunciation letter. See Mark Golding show it now. What you going to use on campaign with Daryl Valls? What are you going to campaign with now? On the better come out and talk about Samuda. Him need to come and show us his renunciation letter. And if he can show it, if he lift up from outer house of parliament. Else 40 days and 40 nights over here. You think we are easy up? We not easy no up. In a bid to finally put to rest the ongoing debate about his citizenship status, opposition leader Mark Golding has disclosed documents from the United Kingdom Home Office confirming his renunciation as a citizen of that country. Documents including a cover letter and an official declaration of renunciation obtained by the Gleaner confirmed that Golding ceased being a British citizen on August the 5th, 2024. You see from when Mark Golding get fame letter? From last year, August 2024, Mark Golding now waste no time. You know why? Because Mark Golding is for the people. And Mark Golding cares and love the people. So, Matthew Samuda, you are the same very person come out and say you start your renunciation. Come and show with the letter. Because we not easy up, brother. Come and show with the letter. Every day on the dung for Mark Golding. What you not go talk about now? What you not go campaign about now? Hey, me love how Mark Golding shut on up, man. Me love how Mark Golding shut on up, My wisdom warriors, take a look at this. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Matthew Samuda, has disclosed that he is a British citizen. You hear that? Him a British citizen, my wisdom warriors. Him born in England, Him born in England, but yet he cock up in a House of Parliament. And you have Mark Golding, when a born in England, Mark Golding born in Jamaica, and the little dopey back them come out, the little racist shithouse them come out, and I cuss Mark Golding. And then this a idiot now sit down with them, we are cuss Mark Golding, and him a British citizen, born in England. You see, so they have no sense? You see, so them not have no sense? This is why I'm telling you, say it is all political. It is all political. My wisdom warriors, in a statement in which he said he was taking steps to renounce his citizenship, Matthew Samuda said, I am advancing the process of renouncing my British citizenship, which I acquired at birth. You hear that? Him acquired it at birth, Me if you really wonder, you born in England and you come out and a Mark Golding? You see, say you know no sense, Matthew Samuda? You don't have no sense. You're really an Andrew Holness puppet. You really and truly is Andrew Holness puppet. Are you then if you call Papisha? Bombard. The government senator said in the statement released on Thursday afternoon. So my wisdom warriors, as I said, Matthew Samuda tell we say he is in process of renouncing his British citizenship. So we are waiting for the letter. We are waiting for the certificate. Matthew Samuda, we want you to come out and show we a letter because you're full of pure chat and you born in England. Mark Golding born in England, You born in England and you come out and of course Mark Golding. My wisdom warriors, me telling you for a long time say it is all political. Now, on a drunk runner have nothing for campaign about. What not going to know? Come up with pure lie. We're ready for no nastiness. We're ready for no nastiness over here. My wisdom warriors, wanna tell me what you think about that. Anyway, Mark Golden did an interview, my people. And I want to listen to this interview very keenly. Hear this.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Welcome.
Good morning, Dr. Sutherland.
Yes, sir. Welcome. How are you?
I'm not bad, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thanks.
Morning, General. How you doing?
Morning, Ralph, and I'm well, man.
Okay.
Okay, so now, Mr. Golden, many persons listen to your presentation and we are glad for the socio-economic initiatives, but of course, people are seeking some clarity about how these will be funded without breaching the fiscal rule.
Right. Well, the fiscal rules are embedded in our law. We did that when we were last in government, and they have adherence to them has achieved a tremendous national benefit, which is the reduction of the debt to GDP ratio, the size of the country's debt relative to the size of our economy, measured by our annual output, which has more or less been cut in half in the period since 2013. And we are committed to ensuring that that is preserved and that we adhere to the fiscal rules. So all our plans have to conform to that.
Okay.
Now, we are in opposition, and the role of the opposition is to develop our policy ideas.
But before you go there, by way of a teaching moment, tell our listeners, why is this 60% debt to GDP important, and which one of the fastest economies in the world have a debt to GDP of 60%?
Well, the established thinking was that 60% represents a sustainable debt level for a developing countries such as ours. And
who established that thinking?
That was established, I believe, by the international financial institutions, you know. And you will recall that we were in an IMF program, and that was the debt to GDP ratio which it was agreed was appropriate for Jamaica to aim for. And we are well on our way to getting there, because I think we're at about 69% now.
68.
Coming from over 140%.
Yeah, they said 135, but it was 147. Yeah.
Yeah, I think different rating agencies have a different method of measuring it. So I think they may have been quoting a percentage from one source, but the generally quoted reference is, I think, 147.
Yeah, 147.
Yeah. So this is in a country which is prone to external shocks, and where we have an imbalanced economy, which is running trade deficits and that kind of thing. We don't want to have unnecessary buildup of debt to fund, recurrent expenses that are not generating revenue. I mean,
we know, but we just wanted to explain to the people by the process of education. Yeah.
Yes, and I was just adding a little more to that explanation, because, for example, in the UK, the current government there, they have relaxed their fiscal rules a bit. So
and they're at 100%.
Yes, but because their economy is lagging, they see a need to invest in capital projects, infrastructure, and other important investments that can create growth.
Germany just passed 500 billion yesterday too, as one of the most fiscally prudent countries in Europe. Yep.
That's right. Germany has also done that, really in reaction to the geopolitical situation, but also because their economy has been lagging.
Recession for 3 years.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, the thinking on these matters is not fixed. It evolves over time, But we believe that where Jamaica is now, we don't see a need to really grow our debt to GDP ratio. Yeah. So the question was, how will we pay for our proposals? And the point I am making is that we are not, when we make these proposals, we're not constructing this year's budget. This year's budget has been constructed by the government. They have made their decisions,
And those decisions include about $360 billion of
Correct.
discretionary expenditure
Correct.
programs.
Yeah,
In
man.
other words, expenditure other than salaries for public sector workers and interest on the debt.
Right.
And
And for those who believe you are making it up, it is in the fiscal policy paper, which is one of the most important documents tabled by the Minister of Finance.
that's right.
Yeah.
You know, under the fiscal rules and the fiscal responsibility framework that we pass, there's a requirement for the budget when it's tabled to be accompanied by a fiscal policy paper, which sets out the government's commitments and an overall, overview of the economy and the assumptions that give rise to those commitments. It's a very important document, and there's one in September as well, an interim one, so it's twice a year. So in the fiscal policy paper that was tabled.
But don't you believe that all the analysts are so they are called who comment on the budget should read these papers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think anybody who's interested in public affairs in Jamaica should read the fiscal policy paper because there's a lot of information in there, and it will help to increase people's understanding of the way the economy works. Yeah. And in fact, I think students should read it too. You know, students of economics at university and students who are doing any kind of finance-related courses, even at high school.
Yes.
Because it is a document which has, as I said, a lot to teach us. So we are not constructing this year's budget with our proposals. We are assuming we're inheriting a budget. So, for example, the National Housing Trust extraction of resources.
Yes.
You know, that money for this current fiscal year has already been taken by the government, and they're projecting to take it again in the coming fiscal year, the 11.4 billion. That's in their budget already.
Yes.
So when the election is held, which will be some point during the coming fiscal year, that is already a done deal. But the important point to note is that the legislation that they passed, which had extended the period of taking this amount each year out of the National Housing Trust, $11.4 billion, see the permitted amount of financing available within the fiscal rules.
Precisely.
So, you know, these so-called analysts who are asking us to explain how we're going to fund our program just need to look at those two realities.
Yeah, man, I'm saying them don't. And there's also another third reality, because under the fiscal policy paper, it also says that any government can run an average fiscal deficit of 1.3% of GDP over the period in order to still hit the 60% during the prescribed time frame.
Well, what I would say in response to that, and as you rightly point out, the fiscal policy paper projects the level of deficit that is expected by this government to be run over the next 4 years.
So you can also change it and reduce it.
And they are projecting, although they are projecting a balanced budget for this fiscal year, they are projecting a deficit for the next 3, I think it is.
Next 3 years, 33.4. Yeah, 33.47 billion next year, 35 billion the year after, and $4.18 billion the year after. That's 28, 29. Yeah.
So they are projecting that they're going to be engaged in some deficit financing for those years.
Right.
But the point really is, and every government does that around the world. I mean, there's nothing peculiar about that. In fact, they do it in much bigger volumes than we. None of those annual deficits that you just outlined amount to 1% of GDP.
No.
Right? They're all within 1% of GDP.
Correct.
Many governments fund themselves on a sustained basis with deficits which are bigger than 1% of GDP.
Exactly.
The Republic of the United States is 6.6.
My wisdom warriors, wanna hear what Marky G say? Wanna tell me in the comment section what wanna get from this? Anyway, me want to take in the labor right money because this money are not happy with Andrew Wellness at all. Hear this?
My people, I beg you, take the time out and listen what I say. I'm wanting to tag Mr. Andrew Wellness in this to me. I'm wanting to like and share that one for me. Trust me, share it. Yeah, Mr. Andrew Wellness, look for me good. Let me say something to you. I want you to listen to me cleanly. Yeah? Me are definitely born as a laborite. Looking for me act. Me born as a laborite. You understand what I say? Look for me again say. Yeah, when me I say to you, me hear you say minimum wage of $16,000. Good gosh, Mr. Andrew, man. Do better. Imagine a single mother and a single father. Where $16,000 can do? $16,000 can do nothing. You have 3 pitney send go school or 4 pitney send go school. Where $16,000 can do? You can't do nothing. What's that if you have a 3 pitney them and them I got 3 separate school? Like me. My 3 kids them we attend school right now at 3 separate school. One a basic school, one a all age, and one a secondary. Tell me now, where $16,000 can do? Come people, no help me check that one here. And remember for like and share. Say the big one, we have a secondary. Say you give him $1,200 for the day. Yeah? You give the one we have got all age. $5,000. That's how much money? 6 and 5 at $11,000, yeah? The one we have got basic school. Yeah? Remember now, you have to pay tax if you bring him. Yeah? $3,000 a week or $3,500 a week. But we have put it at $3,000 a week. That's a $14,000 gone. You know, buy snacks fee mate. You know, buy juice fee mate. You know, buy fruits fee mate. You understand what I say? I may talk this as a labor right. Andrew Holness, you have to do better, my Prime Minister. You have to do better. Yeah? So when you get $16,000 and have 3 people if you send to school, where you going to put them out of it for pay a light bill? Where you going to put them out of it for pay a water bill? Where you going to put them out of it for pay rent? Where you going to put them for pay internet? Where you going to put them for go back to work? Mr. Andrew, you are my Prime Minister. And I must can talk to you. It can't work. It can't work. Me not work minimum wage, you know. Me work for myself. You understand? But me understand the people me out there where I work. You understand? Me not have to do this every day. I mean, I have to make this. But me concerned about the other black brother and my other black sister we out there work minimum wage for $16,000 and have 3 pitney send to school. Food no in it, you know. Breakfast no in it, you know. Dinner no in it, you know. We just a talk about them money for pay for go to school. Lunch money and bus fare. The $16,000 done. Where them a go eat in the morning? When them come from school, where them a go eat? Where you get money to go back to work? Come on, Mr. Andrew. Do better. The least a minimum wage worker you get at 25, between $25,000 to $30,000. Between $25,000 to $30,000 at the least that. Because none of your councillor them and none of your MP them nah get that. Then none of them nah get that, you know. None of your councillor and none of your MP they nah get that. None of your police they nah get it. None of your teacher them nah get it. So why the people them where do the dirty work? For them pay so small. Eh? Why the people them where do the dirty work and for them pay so small? Eh? And the whole of we are human. You need to do better, my Prime Minister. And the truth. And the truth, my boss. You need to do better. And people may ask, you know, please tag him in another one because I want him to hear it. I want him to hear it say is a born labor right to talk to him. $16,000 can't work for people. A joke thing that. You understand? A $5,000 a day me pay for my farm. $5,000 a day. Yeah? I mean, I have it. But you have to value people energy and people strength. You see me I say? And you're out there from 8 to 5. Yeah? Work 5 days a week. And you only get lunchtime, 1 hour. For $16,000? No, man. Do better, man. Do better, bossy. Do better.
My wisdom warriors. It look like the labor right them not say Andrew Honest now do this with a willing heart. Andrew Honest only I do that forget to no votes. That's the only reason why Andrew Honest I do that. Just forget to no votes. Honest say Andrew Honest come out and say people when no work, people when no pay pension or NI or NHT, he might go give them 20,000 each. 50,000 people he might choose out of Jamaica and give them 20,000. Honest say this a vote buying. Andrew Honest buy vote under style. So, when you see Andrew Honest run out, it's all a plan. It is all a plan. A vote with a vote out Andrew Honest. Don't forget what Andrew Honest do to we, you know. Don't forget what Andrew Honest do to we in a pandemic and before pandemic. Remember say, Uno Labour Right come out and did a ball out. And it was Mark Golding that put stop into all of these things. You understand? Uno fi remember good, you know. Uno fi remember Jamaica are going to become republic. Jamaica are going to become republic and this is going to be the last election. So Jamaican people, choose wisely. You understand? Vote out Andrew Honest. Vote for the People's National Party. And remember when Jamaica become republic, you know, there's not going to be no PNP and no JLP. It's going to be one Jamaica. You understand me? My wisdom warriors, if we want good, we know have to run. So my people, want to tell me what you think in the comment section. Like up the video, share it out and subscribe to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My people, I want to run go over to my second channel. It is called the PNP News Round. Subscribe and get me to 5K. I'm going to put the link in the comment section. Also, I want to follow me on TikTok. I want really go on. No follow me on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, my people. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to put my link in the comment section. Alright? Blessings upon blessings. I'm going to catch you in the next video. One love.